Hey guys, it is Friday morning. I'm so excited to have this vlog. I wanted to share this really awesome experience with you that I had last night. This whole process through my vlogs is so amazing because and my goal was to just make connections with people and share my truth because I have a hard time communicating. And it has been the most amazing experience that I've ever had. I've made connections with people all over the place, sharing with me their ideas, their thoughts, their experiences, helping me helping them. And it's just been a real amazing opportunity. Again, I am learning every single day, every moment. I feel, if I had to compare this to anything, if you know jiu-jitsu, I'm a white belt in all of this, but I love to share new things that I come across with you guys in hopes to maybe help you in your path. If it doesn't help, that's cool. You're gonna find something else. If it does, it's amazing. So I started reading this book last night in Word. You might see it on my story. I read the first chapter, and then of course I had to put the kids to bed. And I had to make my husband and I dinner. And once he got home, we sat down and had dinner, and I was so compelled to read him this book. I was like, babe, please, let's turn the TV off. I want to read this out loud to you, which is something I don't ever really do. This is my first experience doing this with my husband, with anybody, to be honest. So I started reading it to him, and halfway through the book, he's like, babe, you haven't touched your food. You need to eat, you know? And I was like, no, this is so much more important right now than me eating, you know? So he looked at me and he's like, well, let me read it to you while you eat, you know? And I was like, wow, that's cool. And it was the most amazing experience that we shared together. And we ended up finishing the book, which was amazing. So the way I came across this book, though, was through one of my connections. She shared some of her thoughts and feelings with me and ended up putting a little snippet of a quote that really resonated. I was like, wow, can I use that, you know, you mind? And she's like, oh yeah, I got it from this guy, you know. And so I looked it up, looked his IG up, and I found this book. It's amazing how things happen, right? How you're supposed to find things, and how if you really listen and follow through with things, that it leads you to the next part. So this book totally resonated with me. It's an easy read. You can literally read it in half a day if you wanted to. I find that I'm probably going to be reading this over and over again. You can already see I made tabs. The format is a little different than I'm used to, but I'm so thankful for it because I can make notes. I can write as much as I want on these pages. You know, he'll have a couple paragraphs sometimes. He'll have little sayings, you know, but I have so much space to make my personal notes, write my truths, and whatever I need to do. So I recommend this book totally. This is amazing. So thankful that I came across this. I've actually ordered 3 more for gifts to give to some certain people. My mother-in-law, my mom. So mom, I know you watch my vlogs. You will be getting one of these books. And a friend of mine who I think will really appreciate this and, you know, will love it. So this whole book is amazing. it was so hard. Like, the blue tabs are what I wanted to share with you guys, and these are kind of my little tidbits. I mean, to be honest, I would love to read it all to you, but I only have 10 minutes on this thing. But everything in this book is amazing. Totally resonated with me, and I could only pick out a few things. So let me read to you what I chose, which, man, I just want to read everything. But I'm probably going to make little videos and put them on my Instagram feed just with what resonates with me in this book, whatever day, how I'm feeling, and something that I might want to just share randomly and post. It probably won't be a vlog. It'll just be a little video of me reading it and being like, yeah, it resonates, you know. But so here we go. There's just going to be a few. Anyone who is willing to know themselves, to face themselves with honesty, and work towards loving themselves and all beings without condition, is a hero who is adding to the collective peace of humanity. Think about that one. The people with the power to move and act through unconditional love will be the healers and heroes of our planet. And he was a new balance. I love that word, balance. I believe in balance so much. Okay, next one. I held my fear by the hand, honored its existence, and thanked it for teaching me that happiness exists beyond the boundaries it creates. Dude, it's so true. We need to be able to just let the fear just come up, let whatever is bothering us come up instead of shoving it down. You know, it's just going to make us worse, and we're going to have to end up dealing with it later. Just let it come up, sit in it, you know, honor its existence, and let it go. We hold on to things for too long. Let me see. And then sometimes he'll throw in like, oh no, here's another one. No, that one. He'll throw in like questions and like things to ask yourself, things to remember. But this is a good one too. Sometimes growth hurts, but it is a type of pain that is easier to endure because it is helping us come forward as better versions of ourselves. Love it. And then he goes into like explaining the ego, and it's pretty interesting. Ego is self-doubt, self-hatred, anxiety, narcissism, fear of others, harshness, impatience, lack of compassion, and illusions. Ego sees problems. Consciousness sees solutions. Love it. And then he'll do like little things where he asks, you know, ask yourself often, am I observing the situation accurately, or am I projecting how I feel onto what is happening? You know, we gotta stop and think about things and not so be quick to react. You know what I mean? I think I skipped one. Questions. Am I being honest with myself? Am I allowing myself space to heal? Am I being compassionate and patient towards myself when I am not meeting my goals as quickly as I intended? Am I doing what I need to do to thrive? So important. Self-love is just so important. It's going to heal the world. Right? Did I have a mark for that? But he talks about just we need to work on ourselves. You know, it's very important. Let me just read this last part. As her love grew, her ability to feel the unseen and listen to the wisdom of the eternal strengthened. The walk on the path of freedom changed her. Though she still experienced times of difficult release, the feeling of unity remained ever present in her body. Now that she lived her life in the grassy fields between mortality and the infinite, she could feel that the space in her heart was the same as the heart of the earth and the heart of the universe. I got chills. I mean, this book is just amazing, and I really recommend that you read it. I mean, I'm gonna continuously read it, keep reading it. It's teaching me a lot of things, and how in order to heal this planet, we first need to start with ourselves. We need to find our light. Ego is you know, our darkness, and we need it. We need it in order to find our light, resonate our light, and the light is unconditional love, and it needs to start with loving yourself first, you know. And loving yourself to the fullest is just gonna beam light and hit others, and others are gonna want to understand what you're doing and know, and the world is slowly waking up to this idea of self-love being more important than anything else, and it's definitely the best time to be alive. Honestly, I'm so excited for this. Please read it. Love you guys. See you next time.